Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 4 in this series, where Grubby has now taken a 2-1 lead in this best of 5. Vortex spawning as the blue Zerg on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, we see Grubby spawning as the red Protoss on the top right hand side of the map. This is going to be a PVZ, Protoss versus Zerg, and it really feels like Grubby has figured out Vortex's strategy and plan. Vortex just was not ready for the amount of AoE damage, Psystorm, Force Field, the full array of the Protoss arsenal, simply too much. Vortex was unable to really break through enemy lines, so to speak, in the earlier engagements, and once Grubby had placed down proxy pylons and wasn't trying to attack in the same location every time, and not trying to go in for a heads-up battle, he was able to take down a number of key hatcheries, thereby affecting the production of Vortex. Let's take a look at what the strategies will be here. Will we be going into another long macro game where both sides constantly engage each other with 200 supply armies? Or will Game 4 be different? Will Vortex perhaps try to push in a little bit earlier and try to use that economic advantage and then squeeze out a few more units, hoping to break through Grubby's line? Grubby has been using Phoenixes very, very efficiently in these past couple of games, and it looks like he's going to be going for that once more. If at first it succeeds, then do it again, as Vortex has not been able to find a good answer to the Phoenix harassment of Grubby. Taking a look back here, the Overlord of Vortex slowly pushing its way out across the map. It is going to be getting into position here in just a moment. Meanwhile, we should be seeing the Cybernetics Core. Cybernetics Core actually a little bit out of position there. I would have expected it to be built right in this location instead, so that there is a very good wall off. I don't know if this is actually going to be helpful or hurting to Grubby, having that opening just a little bit larger here, as we are still not yet getting any still don't see any Nexus on the field. The scouting probe of Grubby has come inside. It will take a look around. Meanwhile, Grubby does have 2 assimilators already out on the field here, and he is going to be placing that Stargate right after he gets this Nexus sometime around the 4-minute 10-second mark. Probes now getting chased back out, and we are pretty much seeing things unfold as they have been in the previous couple of games. Grubby should be able to retreat all the way back with this one particular probe. We should also be seeing the Stargate come into play somewhere very, very soon, and then start cranking out those Phoenixes. The Zerglings still giving chase here, as we are now looking at just more and more Queens being trained up to try and increase production. It looks as though, yes, the Mothership Core has arrived. The probe will be able to in fact start mining from those mineral patches, as he now heads back on inside there. There you have it. Grubby once again going into a Stargate. It will most likely be Phoenix harassment once more. The Zerglings are trying to make their way inside. It looks like, yes, one will be able to make its way inside, down to 20 hit points though. But I don't believe that Zergling is going to be able to do very much besides delay this Mothership Core. The Mothership Core should be able to get off some easy shots there. There's some stutter step micro by that Mothership Core to finish that off very, very quickly. Now, I am surprised that Vortex has not really tried to change up his strategy to go for a faster third base. Zerg players in general generally have that in their repertoire of openings. Getting that third base down quickly when you pretty much know what your opponent is trying to do. At this stage, Vortex has to be expecting a very, very heavy harassment. The drone now making its way over here. It's going to establish it sometime around the 6-minute 30-second, 40-second mark, which is a little bit late for a third base. And we'll see what comes of this. You can see that the drone is just on patrol waiting here, as the Phoenix is already starting to clean up some of the skies. There goes another Overlord, as the Phoenixes now are going to be scouting about. There is that hatchery. It is pretty much a little bit delayed, but not too bad, as you can see that one probe was taken down here. Mothership core is still there. The sentry could have easily placed a force field right here, trapping a handful of Zerglings inside, and then it's like shooting Zerglings in a force field. They just start to fall apart very, very quickly anyways. Alright, you can see the Zerglings now try to make their way in again. More units are warping in right behind it, but the Mothership core is going to arrive and get some damage in once more. Phoenix is now flying around. Is it going to scout out the 6 o'clock expansion? Not quite yet. Hunting for overlords, and it looks as though it has not been able to find as many vulnerabilities this time around. Alright, there goes one drone there, graviton beamed and shot down out of the sky. Perhaps having the queens down in this position may be a bit better, as we can see the Phoenix count is just still continuing to grow. Oh, this Phoenix could have a very, very bad day. Yes, a very bad day, or sorry, this queen could have a very bad day. It is going to take a second graviton beam, I believe. Yes, there it goes, picking it up twice. It will get shot down there, but Grubby very happy with that trade. And so far, a fourth Phoenix now added into this group. We have enough for a number of graviton beams. There you go. The queen, however, just firing off those darts, no problem whatsoever, as the Phoenixes now look to back off. All right, proxy pylon will, or this front door pylon will get destroyed here. Oh, the Zerglings, pretty much perhaps they'll be able to time this perfectly to be able to get inside once that pylon is down. Pylon down to 22 hit points and dropping. There it goes as the sentries finally make their way out. So far, the Mothership core getting in some easy shots here. What is this? A number of drones just getting graviton beamed. Come on. That is some easy kills there, as there is now already spore crawlers. There goes another drone, and there goes another drone. We may get some more, and yes, that is going to be more there. Already up to 8 workers killed, and the losses are just still mounting up for Vortex. Vortex is perhaps a little bit confused as to what he wants to do at this stage in the game, as Grubby now decides to retreat back with these Phoenixes, knowing that they don't have any energy. Sentries, Immortals pushing their way through. The Sentry Immortal 2 base push may actually be the different strategy that Grubby was looking for. The Phoenixes, nope, it is not going to be a 2 base Immortal Sentry all in. Of course not. There's already been a Stargate in play, and now we are taking up that 12 o'clock expansion location. Coming back around. Phoenix is looking to push their way through. The Zerglings are there. However, the Phoenixes still flying around, hoping to get some easy shots off, have not been able to, as there are multiple overlords just sitting over that one particular spore crawler, making it difficult for these Phoenixes to be a good return on their investment. A handful of drones were able to slip by right then and there. It looks as though one drone will get taken down. There it goes. Up. There it goes, but at the cost of a Phoenix, and these Phoenixes are going to start to take a fair bit of damage as they are now all backing off. The bottom right-hand side of the map, Vortex is looking to take up another expansion. Meanwhile, Grubby, looking to finally take up his third base, already transferring some probes over, and this should be enough for him. Grubby could easily place down a wall of gateways here, ensuring that no units make their way in, as we're now going into a fleet beacon. Alright, this is completely unexpected. We are going into a fleet beacon, and we are going into the Anion Pulse Crystals, so the Phoenixes are going to have a much better range against those Mutalisks. Oh, that is going to be a very bad day. Those Mutalisks are not going to expect this at all. That additional +2 range, giving the Phoenix a range of 5 to a range of 7. Those Phoenixes will be able to fly around in circles around those Mutalisks all day long, and also keep out of the range of those Corruptors. All right, Mutalisks, now we're looking to fly inside, and there is some damage. There is the Phoenixes quickly coming in, though, and there is a lot of damage to be had. So far, the Phoenixes are engaging just outside along the edge. The Phoenix is now trying to catch back up and just staying right at the edge of combat range. Alright, these Phoenixes, though, we need to keep a close tab on them. The Anion Pulse Crystals are about to complete, And yes, it is now done. Level 1 weapons upgrade on those Phoenixes as well, as the Phoenixes need to get back into position, perhaps taking down a handful of Mutalisks. There goes some more units there. The Hydralisks looking to make their way in, and I believe those Phoenixes are just going to be able to shoot around so easily with that range of 7. You can see that extra damage range, how important that is. The Corruptors are joining in, but the Corruptors do not have anything on these Phoenixes, as the Phoenixes are still being added in number. Corruptors now looking to make a bit of a move inside. Once again, there is the Photon Overcharge. Damage is being dealt. The Phoenixes going naturally after the Corruptors, since the Corruptors are the only units that are really going after the Phoenixes. The Mutalisks trying to get them some easy shots, but really that Photon Overcharge has been getting in a handful of kills. The Phoenixes still getting added here. You can see double training of Phoenixes, trying to make sure that these Mutalisks do not meet critical mass. But also with the Stalkers now on the ground, this battle is just going to go from bad to worse for Vortex. The Phoenixes can easily chase around all of those Corruptors, and you can take a look at how much damage is being dealt. Photon Overcharge is still there, and now this entire army is just pretty much pinned up inside a corner here. The Phoenixes looking to get in some easy shots there. More damage is being had. The Photon Overcharge now done, though, but the Phoenix number is just growing so quickly, up to 9 Phoenixes, as so far the Phoenixes are now just flying in circles around this group here. Alright, Mutalisks now getting taken down, and I believe that is going to be it. These Phoenixes just cleaning up every air unit of the Protoss arsenal, now even taking down some of these Hydralisks as well. The Phoenixes with those +1 weapons upgrades dealing so much damage. With this 165 supply compared to 148, and it really has felt like any time Grubby has evened up the supply count, he wins within the next 5 minutes, and that may be the case. You can see Zerg, however, floating a large amount of minerals, and he has not really been training up a lot of Zerglings. That may be his problem here, as the Zerglings finally arrived to the party, but a day late and $1 short, as there are already Zealots cleaning up the bottom right-hand side of the map. Phoenixes looking to put on the pressure. The Mutalisks don't know what's going to hit them, as the Phoenixes arrive to the party and clean up every witch unit on the field. Now even going after the Roaches and the Hydralisks, allowing the Stalkers to pick off any of the stragglers. 169 compared to 144, and this is some brilliant play by Grubby, and it looks like he will be the victor of this best of 5 series, as he's come out on top in every battle so far this game. Stalkers cleaning up a couple of Roaches. It looks like a little bit of pursuit from behind, as there we go. Guardian Shield now up, trying to pick out some of the units here. The Phoenixes can pretty much start absorbing damage from the Hydralisk if necessary, as the Colossus is now the main threat. Void Rays are being added as well. The Phoenixes can still come on in, pick up every witch unit, and there is the GG. Well played by Vortex, as Grubby takes this series 3-1. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this best of 5.